All right, guys. So I was just thinking, and it hit me that if you have the spirit in Hebrew, which is the ruach, in English we would say Rocky. That would be the spirit, right? Okay. Um, and then you have of salvation, which would be YASHA. Okay. Rocky, YASHA, spirit of salvation. And then the Most High's name, Yah, Rocky Yashaya, Rocky Yashaya. Whoo! Rocky Yashaya, the spirit of salvation of the Most High. Now, do you do you see like how that just nothing compares? Rocky Yashaya, he said the spirit of salvation of the Most High. Rocky, like that's what the word says. Rocky Yashaya, look, Ruach has already showed you that the Hebrew is the combination of two words, okay? Hebrew is the combination of two words, Aheb and Ruach. Now, the language, the whole language has the word Ruach in it. Well, the Ruach is the wind, the spirit, the breath, okay? The understanding, the senses. Do you understand that? Like, it's like the four corners of the word right there. The four corners of the spirit right there. The wind, the breath, the understanding, and the senses. Like they try to say the five senses, it's the ruach. Do you understand that? The spirit which all things come through. How, everything come through understanding. Okay? So the Rocky is the spirit, okay? How many different ways do they say it? Yeah, there's like I hear it. That's the point. Like that's when the Most High was trying to tell you guys. He said, "Look, my brothers in the future will hear my words and do even greater answer my will hear my words and do even greater miracles than even I." Okay? So what you got to realize is, and they're like, "Why are you talking parables?" It seems like a parable. It is a parable because the parable is a part of the spirit. It's the senses. When you call on one, you call on the others. You're calling on four corners when you call on the ruach. You're calling on all of your faculties. So the Rocky, Aheb Ruach, you could say, instead of Hebrew, you could say Hebrew. He Aheb Rocky. It's the same thing, the love of the spirit. Ahab is love. It's just like adding the instead of rock, which would be spirit, ruach, spirit, you say Rocky is spirit. Okay? The spirit of Ahab, there is no Heb in Hebrew. So look, there's no Heb. There's no Heb. None whatsoever. Okay? So the only reference to how do you have a language that doesn't even have that word in the language to describe, like there is no prefix and suffix because there is no REW, eb, ru, it's a prefix and a suffix. Aheb and ruach are there though. Aheb, see, that's how it is. Those that hear my words, my voice, will answer the call. They will answer my voice, and they will do even greater miracles than I. So, the love of the Father, Aheb, okay, Ahab, the love, Ahab, oh, there's four, just like the Spirit. Just like Ruach has four, there's two love. The love is a noun. There's the love is the verb up here. See, there's three nouns in a verb. Or not the verb, but, well, yeah, it's the verb, but it's the act, I suppose. The action, the spirit. Aheb. It's the root. It's the spirit. Okay. It's the what do you call that? The prime root. A prime root. Prime root. You get that? So as a prime root, okay, that's why you have Ab as the very first word. It's father. Let's go here, go back. See? So the very first word in Hebrew is Ab, the love of Aheb, Ruach. You don't have the love of the Father. Do you get it? So, at the end of the day, what are we saying here? Aheb, Rocky. That is the love of the Spirit. And the Aheb, Rocky YASHA, the love of the Spirit of salvation, of Yah. Without Yasha, you don't have any of this because it would not be saved for you to have. Oh, did you save any for me to have? That is to have. Those who have will have more. Those who have not will have less. So those who have salvation will have more. And those who do not have salvation do not even have to have. There is nothing left to have. There is no understanding, which is the root of the having. Ahab, Ahab, the A is the B is the V. So therefore, to have is to love. You have it, you love it. Ahab is love. Ab is love. without Ab, you don't have. What is an object? Objectively. Okay. So Ab, the very first word, the Father, to have. I have the love of the Father. Do you understand how I just broke down Hebrew to you? I have Ruach, the love of the Spirit. I have Ruach. I have Ruach Yashaya. That's the love of the Spirit of the understanding of Yah. I mean, the love of the Spirit of understanding of the salvation of Yah. So with the Spirit is the understanding. Remember, there was 4 corners. Let's go back and see how many. There's probably more than 4 for, my bad, for Ab. Let me see. Father, yeah, it goes pretty deep. He's deep. The Father is from all over. All right, the beginning and the end. So at the end of the day, like I said, I was bringing the whole point of this video as Rocky, as the Spirit. So when you're saying the Spirit of salvation of Yah, it will be Rocky Yashaya. Rocky Yashaya. And when you're referring to the language, the tongue, the heavenly, the creation tongue, the tongue that will have the ear of understanding and living words, you're speaking, I have Rocky. I have Ruach, aka layman terms, down on earth, mistakenly called Hebrew. Man, if the salvation, you change the name of the Savior, okay? The name of the Savior, not Jesus, that goes to Zeus. That's a replacement theory. But then they don't just replace one thing, they replace the whole thing. Everything is everything, let's say this. Everything is a silhouette, but then they would just color it in how they feel instead of the way that the original is. They mask over it, okay? So if you like the civilization we live on right now, we call it all these different names, but if you dig down into the soil, you're gonna find lies. You've been lied to on the surface. The surface. They dress it in a bow so that you don't know. Okay? Okay. Like a Rocky Horror show. Damn. Okay. But anyway, so yeah, guys. It's like the rituals. There's people decoding the rituals that they put in front of the satanic rituals. That's them. It's counterfeit, and it's always, and that's what I just showed you in the video last night, if I'm not mistaken, with the the ice wall with the concentric rings. And then I showed you this Athena's shield inside of the well, it's just not inside, it's just like the inside and the outside shows the ice wall. And then you see the perspective of how it's positioned and how her statue and how the serpent with the rod and Nike, and then you look at the earth and then you see exactly where your um as you would call it ice wall rings and other worlds are at. They're underneath Antarctica. They're underneath the wing of the serpent. And the behemoth is holding on to that. He's got it in his hand, his left hand, or on his left arm, like a shield. Okay, so we know this. And he's got his right hand or right paw up in the air with Nike with the hook. Shouldn't say Nike. That's see, everything is just like you said, it's repurposed, painted over. It's just a story that's flipped upside down, bring the bottom to the top and the top to the bottom. That's the way of the serpent. You know, oh how thou hast fallen so low, Satan, Lucifer. He has fallen so low. You know what I mean? So yeah, from the top to the bottom. So he's tipsy turvy, flipped upside down, put to the top and went to the bottom. So therefore, he has turned things upside down himself in his perspective. So therefore, you're looking through his perspective. All right, and he's got one eye open on you. Oh, all right. At the end of the day, go ahead and call this a video. Now that I've got the message across about Rocky YASHA. Rocky YASHA. Like, look at it. They even got Rocky BaalBOA. Look, you used to worship Baal. Boa is a snake. Baal is a bull. The spirit of Baphomet. Do you understand that? And the spirit of Lucifer put together is Rocky, the spirit, Baal, the Baphomet, the bull, the beef, Baal, all that, and then Boa, which is a big ass boa, titan boa, serpent, uh, LSD, the Leviathan. It's the it's the behemoth and the Leviathan. Boa is the behemoth and the Leviathan. You understand that? Do you understand that? And Rocky is the spirit. So therefore, even in that name right there, they're referring to the book of Job, Yasha, go get a job. Okay. So like I said, man, there's a lot. Like Dragon Ball Z. Come on now. There's your serpent and there's ball right there. And the spirit, I guess, or Z. Like, but like that's the thing about it. They put it all there. They give you the flesh, they give you the night and the day, and then give you the spirit. They give you the spirit, which is a circle on the yin yang, and then they give you the dark and the light. The 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 behemoth and the Leviathan. So death and taxes. Okay, so do you understand? Like, like you keep getting this. You get Godzilla, and then you got King Kong. You got Hollywood. There you go. There's your spirit. Oh, Hollywood. Mhm. Or no, that's Universal. Universal. That's your spirit. Because Universal is the spirit around the earth. You know, there's a circle. It's a spirit. That's just the symbol of Universal. When they bring it out, they roll it out. It's the thing they show you the behemoth and the Leviathan on the earth because that's what the earth. Well, that's what not the earth is. The earth is the behemoth. The planet is the behemoth and the Leviathan. Okay, it's a planetarium. Okay, like a terrarium. Okay, but with water. So therefore, like an aquarium plus a terrarium would be a planetarium or a plantation or some shit like that, I guess. Okay, makes sense, right? Okay, Bank of America type shit. You know, look at the logo. There you go. It's a plantation right there on the ceiling. Boom. Uh, looks just like the Parthenon. Ah, yeah, Greek temples. Yep, right there. Back to the worship. Yep. Uh-huh. wisdom. Yep. Then you got your dollar sign. I already showed you that. Your dollar sign is your serpent with the S. And then the rod that goes through is the upright behemoth. And the behemoth is a four-legged, just like a human. And then the human is the one that makes the rod, but the human is made by the Most High, who you call God. Okay, you understand? And then that's how he tames the serpent wrapped around the stick. And then they're using that to hypnotize minds. Yes, that's what I told you. I was like, yo, man, it's a hypnotized mind thing. They're combining two things. That's a mind control. A double-minded man is mind control. MK Ultra. Do you understand it? Okay? And that's money on your mind. Boom. Many on your mind. Boom. Double-minded man. Boom. Do you understand? Boom. In Hebrew, man is called Math. Moth. Okay. You understand that? Not man. Okay, it's a male. Ma, do the math. Do the math. If the math ain't nothing, do the math. Okay. And the female is called a bath, like a bath. Bath. Okay. Bath and math put together, male and female put together. Baphomet. Boom. There you go. There, there you go. Ha ha ha. And then you got the serpent. And okay, boom, boom, boom. Adam and Eve with the serpent. Okay, boom, boom, boom. Eve came out of Adam. Baphomet. Okay, boom, boom, boom. Do you understand the serpent? Okay, boom, boom, boom. Do you understand the plan? Fell so far, fell so low. Do you understand? Now you know. Just in the bow so that you don't know. I guess I done enough. To the Rabbi Hailashon. Hayakadosh Kadash Kadash. To the Rabba, Rocky Yashaya, Kadosh Kadash Kadash. To the Rabbi, I have you all talk about I say Yah, Kadosh Kadash Kadash. Yada, Yashaya Kadosh Kadash Kadash. Anami, Rocky Yashaya.